Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 3 of Project Ozone 3. So, what's happened recently? Let's see. I planted a few new trees. So we have the slime trees that we got last episode, and I added a simple sugarcane tree and a paper tree because we'll need some of that down the road. And it's weird because the sugarcane doesn't actually have an animation, but that's alright. The other thing you'll notice is that the day number in the upper left, I show you with the cursor, but it runs away from me. It keeps going up. And I thought that I was actually chunk loaded while I was offline. But if we look at the actual yield from these trees, we'll see that very little has actually grown. And although I do have the chunks claimed and supposedly chunk loaded in FTB utils, I discovered that apparently that method of chunk loading is disabled in Kappa mode, and we are supposed to use the chicken chunks chunk loader. So the recipe, is the vanilla recipe, which is good. You know, we don't have to do anything fancy. Books are even easier than vanilla, right? Because we have the Tinker's recipe. And the only thing we need is an ender pearl, which we'll get from our mob farm today. So let's get started right on that. Other thing that's happened is because I put our nether portal here, we have a lot of pigment friends on our platform. Hi, friends. Anyways, let's see about that mob farm. So first, where do we want to put it? I'm thinking our base is likely to expand in this direction, and we'll want our mob farm to stay, what is it, within like 32 minimum to 128 maximum blocks away from us. So let's put the mob farm a couple chunks over this way. So I'll go ahead and expand our platform over a couple chunks and then set up a little room for us to put the mob farm. So before I get started on this manual work, I had this great idea that I could use the copy-paste gadget, which is a very easy recipe. We can make one of these to, you know, just repeat these whatever shape they are, 9x9 I think patterns over and over. But this requires a little bit of RF, and I couldn't find a charger in this pack that is easily accessible to that lets us charge the thing. So the chargers from Ender Isle are a little out of reach, and then there's the energetic infuser from thermal expansion. Right, this is a little out of reach. It takes some gears. Oh, this is a lot out of reach. And the energizer from actually additions. Oh, this takes Restonia, which means we have to make an atomic reconstructor. You know, that's not too bad, actually. Let's see if I can get some black quartz. How do I get black quartz? Can I just smelt crushed black quartz? And I think we should have that. Nope, just kidding, I lied. We don't have crushed black quartz. So, yeah, it looks like we've hit another dead end. How do I get this? Definitely not from sifting, apparently. I guess I have to get it from black quartz ore. Often either an orchid or a mining laser. Okay, never mind. We're not doing that. So I guess I'm manually building out the platform. Bear back. Alright. Before you guys call me an idiot, which I know I am, I realize there's actually a recipe that you smelt the smoky quartz from Botania, which looks exactly like black quartz from actually additions, and it turns between the two. And this is very easy to make. Just surround a piece of charcoal with some nether quartz. So I think we can actually make both an energizer and a couple simple generators, like the survivalist, I believe. Survivalist generator takes... Yeah, we can make this. And we don't need a lot of power, right? We just a little bit to get us started. So I'll go make these things, and we can, instead of having to manually build out the platform, we can just copy-paste chunks over and over again. Neat. Alright, our first piece of electricity-consuming machines, I don't know what to call it, an atomic reconstructor is done. So let's set it up, see if the way it works has changed any in this mod pack. I need a redstone torch too, I believe, to change its mode. Alright, so one thing that Project Ozone 2 did that I found was kind of interesting, although only kind of, it made generators produce a lot more power than normal. And that does not appear to be the case. This looks like it's still only producing 5 RF a tick. Can I check? Yeah, 5 RF a tick. Alright. That's fine. For now, we don't need a lot of power. And I can just put it right next to it, right? I don't have any energy transport yet, but I can still put blocks next to each other. And I have to turn it into pulse mode, put the button on it. And I think I can make, let's see, that should be enough. There we go. Restonia crystals. So from there, the next thing we need to do is to make the actual energizer, which takes advanced coils, just more. Okay, let's do some crafting. I think I have all the stuff for it, so let's see if I can craft it without having to make a cut. I might have run out of Restonia already. I also needed 2 of those stuff. Alright, let me get some gold. This is what I get for trying to craft on camera. I'm 1 short on just about everything. While that cooks, I'm going to need a little bit more of this. Hey, we did it. So now we can put the energizer here. This will probably very slowly fill up, and then we can make our copy-paste gadget. That's 2 emeralds, iron redstone, and lapis. Neat. Alright, so that'll save us some time, even though it costs us some time to do it. I don't even have to charge it all the way, I'm sure. Just a little bit's enough. Maybe that's a little too little. But I think the way this works is you first want to set it to... you can leave those settings alone. I think you first shift right-click a block, and shift right-click another block to... No? Hold on, give me a... There's a hotkey I have to press to toggle it on, I think, and I forget what it is. Give me a second to figure that out. Alright, so the hotkey, at least for me, is G. I think that's the default. You hit G, you open this menu, go to copy, and then you just right-click the 2 corners. So I already right-click that corner, now you come over here, right-click this corner, and this is our pattern. In fact, I'm going to make a slight change. I want to include the torches. So let's do it again. Copy from here to here. And now it includes the torches. And I think this will tell you what it is. Yep. So we need, those blocks to do it. So let's go grab a handful of that. And I think I need to chisel some of the other cobble. So now that I have all the materials, you see that all the numbers aren't in red. And we have to go to paste mode. So once again, switch it to paste mode, and you get a little preview. And we want to rotate it like that. And I think that's just what we do. There we go. And that, it'll just, extend our platform for us with 1 click. So it saves a lot of building, chiseling, etc. time. Oops, until you run out of materials at least. Or power. Looks like it takes a little bit more power than I had thought, so... Yeah, I'll just let it slowly do its thing, I guess. We don't need too much more expansion for now. I'll go over a little bit more, and then I think we'll put our actual mob farm down, and then the mob farm we'll have to build by hand, because we can't copy-paste a mob farm yet. Alright, so with our base expanded out a little bit, let's see how we want to build this mob farm. And I think what I want is I want the mobs to drop into a 2x2 area. Excuse me, Mr. Pigman, you are in the way. And I'll fill this with spikes or something. I think for now we can only make like iron spikes, but eventually we can make like a grinder or something. That'll give us better drops. And And this will be the kill chamber. Going up from here, let's grab our builder's wand. Since we do have spikes, we don't have to rely on fall damage, so we don't have to build it super tall, which is nice. Let's make it like 4 tall. That should do for now. And then we'll just have it be, take up space. This type of spawner cannot handle spiders, unfortunately. So we do have to... Oh, can it actually? Now that I think about it. Let's see if it can, because it does use vector plates, which can push spiders. And spiders will fall down a hole like this eventually, even if it takes them, a bit longer than normal mobs. So all we do then is expand this out. Not quite sure how big I want it, but let's err on the, I mean, you can't have too many mob drops, can you? Let's err on the side of making it large. Alright, let's start with that. And let's go 1 more layer. 2 more layers. But the larger we make it, the more vector plates I'm going to have to make. So I guess this is going to be a lot of vector plates, whatever. And then we just want to cover the outside with like a wall so that the mobs don't come out and kill us. Then we have to light up the inside and actually, well, first we're going to light up the inside so I have time to make the vector plates. And then we're going to make them, place them down, and yeah, go from there. 1, 2, and we need it 3 tall for Enderman. And I don't know if vector plates count as a tile. I don't think they do. So this is 3 tall. We'll go 1 more. And since I'm out of blocks, we'll go 1 more yet. All right, and then we'll put the roof on this level. But for now, let's light it up. And then I'll be back once I have this all lit up and we're ready to go craft those vector plates. Alright, so next question is what tier of vector plates do we want to use? And the very fast one I think takes just too much wither dust. We don't have a good way of gathering that yet, so that's out of the question. The fast vector plate is just a bunch of vector plates and some dark sugar, which I think dark sugar, once you get a single piece of it, you can use it to make more. So that just takes a single piece of, let's see, which of these can we do? I think wither dust is the easiest, and it's a drop from wither skeletons. So and let's see if wither skeletons, I should bring a weapon if I'm doing this. Let's see if wither skeletons just spawn in the regular part of the nether. Sometimes mods make them do that, right? Let's take a look. I didn't see any last time we went there though. Oops, wrong button. F7, F9. Alright, wither skeletons. Where are you at? Still not seeing any. So I'll take a quick look around, see if if I run into any, but it looks like I might have to find a fortress to actually get wither skeletons, which kind of sucks. Alright, couldn't find any, but that's okay. We'll just use the slow vector plates for now, and if we have to later, we can upgrade. They're 1-to-1 upgrades, right? So we just have to light it up, tear everything out, and put more down. So let's see what this takes. Iron, sugar, slime balls, and that's stone or cobblestone? Smooth stone. So let's get some smooth stone quickly. And then we'll just have to craft a rather large number of those vector plates, but that recipe wasn't too bad. So we'll have to wait for that to finish, and I think we have plenty of slime and sugar. Well, maybe not plenty of sugar, but we have enough. We do have plenty of slime. Alright, looks like we actually have plenty of sugar. 28 by 8, 3.5 stacks. I hope that's enough. If not, let's make a little more just to be on the safe side. Whatever, these are easy. So I'm going to close this off for now because I don't actually have a way of killing the mobs. And in fact, if I have to, I'll pour a bucket of lava in there later to kill the mobs off or something. But let's place these vector plates down. So it's this matter of pointing them all towards the center. And yeah, they're not terribly fast, but they'll get the job done. And here's the floor all done. So I think anywhere a mob spawns, they'll slowly get pushed towards the center. And if I have to work in here, I can just hold shift and walk against the pressure plates, or the vector plates, which is nice. Before I put a roof on it though, let's go ahead and make some spikes, put those on the ground there. And we don't have an automatic way of collecting the drops yet either, but I think we'll need access to ender pearls before we can do that. And then the last thing, we'll put the roof on it, and then, you know, that'll turn the spawns on. So let's take a look at what type of spikes we want. We definitely want one that actually kills the mobs. So it's either, let's see, can we make diamond spikes? Not really, no. That's a lot of diamonds. And it takes a block of diamonds, which apparently we can't even craft 9 diamonds into a block. So let's see, let's go for iron then. Which is easier? This makes 4. So let's make these iron spikes. And I suspect we also can't craft iron blocks, yeah, without... can we make a factorizer? How bad is this? 2 iron gears. Gears require... So it looks like we have to build the basic Tinker's melter, whatever, like the 1x1 thing, so that we can make gears and blocks, and then we can make a iron spike. What a roundabout way of getting there. All right. So I saw that in the quest book. Let's see what exactly that entails. In alpha, we have to do the basic tinkers. So let's. I guess I'll just craft all of these so we can get this quest done. All right, that should be this quest, and then next we have to make a porcelain melter. So just a bunch of porcelain components, I believe. Let's see, we need, what exactly does the quest entail? A basin, a table, a faucet, a tank, and a melter. Alright, so a basin, a table. We don't need the alloy tank. We need a melter. Nope, not a gauge. Get out of here. A tank. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm missing one, and a faucet. Alright, so I think all this, yeah, is just a bunch of porcelain bricks, which is more that bone meal and clay. So let's go craft some of that and make our porcelain mini smeltery. That should be everything, so let's get crafting. A tank. Oh, maybe I don't have enough porcelain. A melter. 5 more. A casting table. And a casting basin. And one of the nice things is, because I have gold already, I can make the molds for buckets, as well as I made a gear somewhere. I might have put it away. Oh boy, there it is, a stone gear. So we can make gears, and we can actually make, you know, actual honest to goodness buckets. So since this is definitely going to get moved, let's put it here for now. I mean, basically once we have an actual smeltery, I think this goes away completely. So if I recall, the way it works is you have the melter. Where's my tank? Did I not make a tank? Oops. Do I have enough porcelain to make a tank? Alright. So you have the melter. You put the tank above it. Or is it the other way around? I think it's the other way around, isn't it? Tank on the ground. Melter goes above that. There we go. And then from there you can pipe out into, you know, your table or basin or what have you. So let's start by making our molds. I think this is powered by, I guess because we use that, it's powered by liquid fuel. So let's get some lava. Turn that off, get some cobblestone in here. And we should get a bucket of lava very quickly. So this should be just about the end of our bucket usage, and we can make gold casts. So let's make a cast for the bucket, and then we'll make another one for the gear. So we'll need a hopper. And a few more chests. And we'll use crates, I guess. Alright, so 2 buckets of gold. You can make the bucket cast. Sorry, I meant 2 ingots of gold, not 2 buckets. Oh, that takes a lot more gold than I thought. It takes a bucket of gold. That's unfortunate. Buckets don't go into ingots very neatly. I think that's 144, 1,000 divided by 144 rounded. That's somewhere around 7? It's 7 or 8. Whatever. I'm just gonna throw some gold in there and then we'll waste the excess or gold is pretty easy to come by. The other thing we needed from this was, I think, a block of iron, right? So let's go make sure we have enough iron to make a block. No more in there. Am I running out of resources? That'd be a shame if I have to sift some more. Sorry, this is gonna be 2 stacks of iron. Oh, apparently glass counts as a, or sand to glass counts as a doubling operation for ore processing. I don't know if I buy that, but I mean, I'm not gonna complain. Alright, so that's our oh wait, that's not what I wanted it to do. I want a bucket cast, not a bucket of gold. Alright, so apparently I can't make a bucket cast out of a clay bucket. I need to make it out of a... Yeah, it does use 2 ingots. Okay, I'm not crazy. I'm like, this has always been a 2 ingot operation before, or a 1 or 2 ingot operation. Wait, no, it does say clay bucket works. But I guess there's conflicting recipes here. We can use a stone bucket. Just kidding, a stone bucket doesn't have a recipe. I think I've been bamboozled. Will it work with a full bucket? No. Alright, give me a second to see if I can work around this. Alright, at a glance, I don't see any way to do it, so I now have a bucket of molten gold. We'll have to make buckets the normal way, I guess. Which I guess, can we make plate cast? Let's see. A plate cast takes, is there just some dummy plate I can make? Like an iron plate? Copper plate. Let's see if I can, or not copper, clay. Let's see if I can make a clay plate. Yeah, I can do that. Let's make that, and then we can make an iron bucket. Because I'm sick of having those useless buckets around, you know? Do I have some... Exactly 2 pieces of clay. Perfect. And since I already melted all that excess gold, I may as well turn it into something, right? Yes, I'll just pour the rest of it out as ingots, maybe? Can I make a ingot cast out of this? So what are some other casts we might want? Whatever, I'll just pour the rest out as a block. Right, we have, yeah, good enough. Just retrieve it. Alright, I'm going to clean up our smeltery a little bit and then make the iron block that we needed. Alright, so my plan to make buckets directly was foiled, but I can just make iron plates in the smelter, in the smeltery, and then turn these plates into buckets. So this should be the last of our, the last time we have to use those stupid copper buckets. And let's put a little bit more, or clay bucket, sorry. Put a little bit more iron in here and make our bucket. And after we make a couple buckets, I think we can switch over to making that block of iron and we can make our spikes. Be right back. I think our block of iron is almost done cooling and we can make our spikes in just a second. So let's grab this, come over here, and craft these. Alright, so I think iron spikes, they drop, mobs will not drop EXP, and they will not drop player kill only equipment, but they'll drop everything else. So, and I think they hurt if we run into them too, right? Yeah, so we should avoid doing that if at all possible. And let's make sure it's not lit up inside. It's currently nighttime, so you can barely see them, but they're yellow X's. It's currently nighttime, so I think as long as I get more than 32 blocks away, I may have accidentally built it a little bit too close to our base, but mobs should start spawning. The fact that mobs aren't spawning confuses me. Mobs, hello? Are the torches on top preventing spawns? You know what, let's just put the roof on it then. It could also be that something's changed and that vector plates actually block mob spawns, which would be most unfortunate. But putting the roof on should be pretty easy. Oh, ran out of blocks. Alright, I'm gonna get some more blocks and finish this roof off. Alright, with the roof on, it's completely dark inside. You can just barely see the red X's, and you know, it's not dark here because I have the window open, but with any luck, mobs should start spawning now. Please? Mobs? Dun dun dun. Alright. Oh wait, no, there's one. There's a creeper. I expected a lot more, though. Let's give it a second and see if any more spawn. Maybe they're just not showing up on my minimap? That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna do some investigating, see what's up. So I ran over to our slime island here to test a theory I had that maybe the server had somehow spawn capped itself. But no, there are definitely slime spawning here. So there's, you know, plenty of spawn cap left on the server. Let's run back to the main platform then and see what's going on. Well, the only thing left I can think of is that maybe mobs don't spawn on vector plates anymore, if that's a change that's been made recently. I know that mobs definitely used to spawn on vector plates, but let's tear up a section of it, see if that fixes the problem, and if so, we can assume that apparently we can't use vector plates like this anymore. Which would be a shame, because they're really convenient. Let's grab all this stuff that dropped out here. And seal that up. And then see if mobs start spawning. This ought to be far enough away. Oh, maybe it's the biome? We're in Darklands, but Darklands should have regular mob spawns. I mean, we got Creeper that once. Weird. Well, let's, I guess it's time to do more investigation and see if I can figure out why this stupid mob farm isn't spawning mobs. Alright, so I think I figured it out. This dark room here doesn't work because it's in this stupid Darklands biome from Abyssalcraft. Another reason to hate Abyssalcraft. I built another one out here, and if we look at the biome, it's in Roof Forest and I think there's like a little Roof Forest admin here or something. It looks like it's all Roof Forest. But anyways, my point is it's not in the Abyssalcraft biome, and would you look at that? We get very good mob spawn rates. And once it empties out, I can poke my head in there and collect the drops. Now, for now, collecting the drops is a little perilous because I don't want to get poked to death. And apparently I can't collect drops while I'm holding shift. I'm gonna need a better way of... Oh, I think the drops are just inside the spikes. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, it's obviously not the best solution for now because I don't have a way of automatically looting anything yet. But this dark room works a lot better, and the only difference is that it's not in the Abyssocraft file. So I think I'm going to tear that one down. We'll use that room for something else. We'll leave this up, and I'll have to come up with some way to, you know, automatically pick up the drops. Alright, I just manually collected loot from our mob farm until we got an ender pearl. And with this, we should be able to make our the ranged item collector. And once we have that, we can automatically harvest all our mob farm drops. So even from out here, this far away, we can see that there are still, well, maybe now we're a little far. But somewhere around here is the point where mobs start spawning at very good rates in that mob farm. So let's make a item collector, and we may as well upgrade it to 2 pieces of glowstone and a redstone torch. And then we're gonna have to make, you know, some type of system to actually sort the loot that comes out. But for now, I think just collecting it all is a good start. And when the crate fills up, I can just move this collector to the other crate. So yeah, look at that. We got 2 more ender pearls already. And let's open the loot bags we've gotten just for fun. And then we can take this down. Let's take this down right now. Let's get a new pickaxe for it. Because it's made of a different cobblestone than the rest of our base, I feel pretty confident just vein mining it. What could go wrong, right? Oh, there could be a shadow monster inside. Die, you. Alright. And apparently our hammer runs out of durability. Or rather, our pickaxe. Alright, whatever. I'll finish cleaning this up off camera. Let's open these loot chests up and we'll go from there. So this is empty right now. Hey, anything exciting? I think these are effectively more ender pearls. Yeah, each one is 3 ender pearls. Oh, we get more buckets. I guess we didn't need to make those buckets now that we have this. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave this all here. I'm glad that our mob farm's working. I'm going to clean this. Oh, great! Now that it's open, of course the mobs start spawning at a halfway decent rate. Let me clean this up really quickly. There we go, all gone, and now we can build something else in this space. And I realized I didn't actually show you the way I built this other mob farm. It's just a little bit simpler because I realized we don't actually need the drop. Once those last couple mobs die, I'll open it up and we can take a look inside. It's basically just a flat area, bunch of vector plates push stuff into a corner where there are spikes, and the roof is made of bottom half slabs so that no mobs will spawn up there. It looks like light's leaking through, but actually light cannot get through this the half slabs. So yeah, we're collecting a bunch of drops. We're on our way to our first wither skeleton skull. That'll be nice. And a bunch of ender pearls. We can use that to upgrade our furnaces or something. But yeah, this is all, you know, useful stuff that'll come in handy down the line. So it's good that we're starting to collect it now. What is this for? It's late game armors. Alright, cool. Well, I think this is a good wrapping up point for this episode. It took a while, but we got our mob farm done, and it'll produce lots of useful things for us. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care, and bye-bye.